to the venue. I've attended every protest, apart from the one we started on Thursday. I've attended Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Any protest that happened after that. The only day I didn't go was the day before yesterday. So yesterday, I went in there because I'm always in the background. I know it's a leaderless movement. I don't want to be the leader of the movement, even though I'm convinced that the movement will need a leader at the point if it's going to succeed, because there has to be structures, there has to be organs, and there has to be ideology for any movement to succeed. There's no movement in the world, social movement in the world, that has ever achieved any purpose without some form of organization. Otherwise, like I said, it will fizzle out. So they planned this. They have put a bounty on my head since Sahara reporters reported that there was a negotiation between some celebrities in Lagos and the Lagos State Legislative Arm, the National, where they had an agreement to call off the protest for 72 hours, which was supposed to resume on Tuesday. They also had issues with members of Revolution now using our berets, distributing our leaflets. They had all those problems because they were wondering if that would make it feel like because we started it, we will own it. I think the calculation for these people, right? The calculation for these people is that I cannot be co-opted into negotiation. I will never go to a negotiation. And as I'm speaking with you, it's public knowledge. There has been 3 negotiations already until it became contentious. Then people withdrew from it. A bunch of Zoom meetings, you've seen them, I'm sure, with Central Bank Governor, with Dangote, and several other people. But the question you ask yourself, who nominated anybody to go for negotiation with the MFL? I'm not aware of where a meeting was held. So they know that I can't be part of a negotiation. Because when we went to the police department last week, the force headquarters, right, they asked that I should allow Frank Uba to speak to our group, and I refused. Don't forget that this government, since the protest started, has been looking for leaders. First, it was Paul Naira Marley to do an IG live, like I'm on IG live with you with Frank Uba. It didn't work, right? And then they had some underground meetings with some social media influencers. It didn't work. And then they brought in Davido to the force headquarters until Davido said that he never attended the protest. But Davido knew after he came out of the force headquarters that he was not representing anybody. So after that, they had a few meetings with people, different people. They wanted to break the back of the strikers. So for refusing to be part of that, they put a bounty on my head. And I'll put it to you now, right? Because some of them are your regulars. I'm an equal opportunity offender, which you know a little bit about because you offend church people. I offend church and politics combined. And they will never forgive you. There are the Jonathan people who will never forgive Sahara reporters because Jonathan was kicked out of office for all the exposés we did against him. There are also the Buhari people who will never forgive us because we took on Buhari and we are exposing him as soon as he took over power. And then there are the powerful group of influencers, both on social media, offline, and online, who want to be the new leader of the opposition. They are all there. They have been attacking me on my Twitter line, on Instagram and Facebook before now to create the condition for a physical attack. But when I got there and they said, oh, I can't lead, I told them you can't force anybody because some of them were superfluous arguments. They said I was wearing a t-shirt that had Revolution Now. And I said, when did it become your right to tell people what to wear? Except you are Buhari, who is a dictator. You can't tell anybody what to wear to a protest. A protest is a democratic ground for expressing grievance. You understand? So they are all there in different circles and cocoons, and their grounds different. But when it comes to Sowore, you will see the unity of Buhari people and Jonathan's people. You will see the unity of people that stories have been written against on Sahara Reporter. It's the unity of the oppressors against the oppressed. So that it wasn't new to me. But contrary to what they presented, I never left the ground. I stayed there after they tried to harass me and bully me. And they started coming back to me and apologizing. Some of them, not all of them. And when I was leaving, this was live streamed. When I was leaving, they followed me en masse to say, you know, EndSARS now, because they realized that it was a planned work to isolate us, revolutionary people, from EndSARS. Because otherwise, one of the guys who confronted me said I wasn't wearing EndSARS shirt. And I asked him, you're wearing a red shirt that says Indiana. Is that EndSARS? He was looking at me and said, okay, let's take a selfie. So, but you know what it takes. You understand, as somebody who gets frequently bullied, how these things work. So I'm not new to it. I'm just giving you some examples. You know, the first person to stab Martin Luther King close to his heart was a black woman in New York in a bookstore when he was fighting for civil rights. The people who supposedly killed Malcolm X were members of the Nation of Islam. Because, yes. So there's no leader who is doing what we're doing who doesn't go through this kind of things. But what I should say to you is that if we are not careful, a journey of Israelites that should take 40 days might last 40 years.